with something that we have not yet beaten, and then move on to some loot from there. So let's head out to Arthacrex. We are starting with the Clicknar Queen event. Move to Arthacrex, please. Arthacrex being just off of Underquarry.
Get your motor running.
Dami, if you're looking for a spot, Nenmit would happily give up his.
Head out on the highway.
I talked to Nenmit earlier. He said he'd be happy to sit out.
Looking for adventure.
Don't trust it until I hear him say it.
For Discord overlay, there's also something in keybinds to set whatever turns the overlay on.
Yeah, now I've got it working. I can't change the to only speaking. It won't let me highlight that for some reason.
Best way to get to Arthacrex?
Brell's Rest to Underquarry to Arthacrex.
Cool.
I'm trying to assemble my breastplate. I'm going to be a few minutes late.
That's all right. You'll have a few moments.
I think you have all the parts now, but I'm not sure.
There should be 5 parts, right?
6 in the box.
Yep, 6 inside the box. 2
Okay,
of them
I'm
are
missing
underbought. You
something.
probably don't have the metal tempering.
No, I handed them that.
I have the tempering, the clay, the seal, the goo, and the mold. What am I missing?
The Mechno instructions.
The sanguinary? Is that what I need?
Whatever you're making.
I got
disuniting.
You gave me a whole
disuniting.
bunch of them. That's why I'm confused.
I gave you 2 so far, so use the disuniting Mechno instructions.
Copy that.
Please do not get the expedition yet. We're still putting people in groups. Do not get the expedition.
Oh, Sprucey's here.
I am. Hi.
Hi, Sprucey.
How's it going, Tommy?
It's going.
IF banner is set at Grogold Elderhammer.
Thanks, guys. All right, I'm set. I'm coming.
Oh, son of a biscuit.
He meant he's glad to hear.
That's awesome. No, I just accidentally zoned out.
It's a pretty nice breastplate you got there, Wolfgar.
It is.
A little concerned about your AUG not having any AC on it.
All right, pull it.
Yeah, I need a better AUG.
Well, you got my caster AUG. I understand it's melee. Still,
I don't know. It's just what I ended up with.
Feels like a caster AUG.
It does, doesn't it?
Feels like it should have armor class, but I'll work on that.
Dami, could I ask if we are full on mains or full on mains and boxes?
There's some boxes still in raid.
Okay, just curious.
So we still have room. Let me see how many boxes we have. In a minute.
Oh, happy birthday, Crashin'.
Yay, question.
Yeah.
Looks like just the 2, right?
Yeah, Ninmid and Ash. It looks like.
That's all I'm seeing.
Portal has been set to guild standard.
If anybody is not in raid that wants to be, please say something. We'll be happy to get you in. We will make room.
We'll make it work somehow.
Absolutely. In the meantime, you're welcome to say ready to go to Grogald Elderhammer. Ready to go. All 3 words in that order.
This is Webb. I'm almost back in.
All right. Once you've zoned in, please be shrunk. We will move on out to the fight spot in just a moment. If you know the way to Queen, you are welcome to shrink and head over there. If you are not certain, I would advise remaining at the entrance with Lizardman. I will guide you to the spot in a moment.
Do we have to beat the other event first?
Nope.
We failed at it majestically on Sunday.
We had a we have our
failed
lockout.
successfully.
That said, I expect at some point we will come back and slap them.
Absolutely. I mean, we beat it 3 times on Sunday.
Yeah, it was pretty frustrating.
But not in the timer, so we didn't get the loot for it.
I think next time the Necros won't die and then they'll melt.
Yep.
It's interesting that the first time we almost beat it, we stopped DPS at 30% and it still died before the charm faded, and we haven't been able to successfully reproduce that since.
I think one of those runs, Dremery and Solus were killed early, and all their dots poofed.
It wasn't just them. It was, I think there was 3
That
or
last
4
run,
of the
they said
Necros.
4 out of the 6 Necros were died.
We
may also want to hold some of the melee cooldowns. Like, normally we're burning into that 4th one, but the melee are the only ones who can beat up on the charm, like, when they break. So
Yeah.
That's a good point. I usually burn mine on the first 2.
Yeah.
All right. If you would like a guide, you are welcome to follow Lizardman. I'm headed out from the zone in right now.
I was wondering that it seems like being so close, like having absolutely no room for error, might mean we're doing the wrong mechanic on that.
We're going up the ramp into the caves.
no, I think it's fine. We just need to plan for the casters not to be able to damage the charmed guys for a minute after they break.
Go down the ramps in the cave.
It might be a matter of splitting too.
And
Casters
when you
stay on.
when you get to the pit, jump off the side and go to the bottom.
Casters stay on the one that we can damage, and the melee switch to the ones that came off of charm.
Attack. That's fair. That's fair. If they're breaking charm before that 3rd one goes down, then
Once you're at the bottom of the pit, head east into the big room. We're going to hold it right there at the entrance to that. I'll even put the banner right in the doorway at the cave.
Could they just charm one and bounce 2 of them down?
There's a lot of ways that we could do that other event, but for now, let's focus on this event. Again, the banner should be here, so if you need to port in, you can. Let's finish up any buffs that might be needed. I'll be going over the strategy for this event in just a moment. seeing 3 not currently in zone.
Hefe's going to be logging in soon. I'm sure Barefeet is as well.
Well, if they make it in time, we'd be happy to get them in. Otherwise, we will get them in as soon as possible.
How many necros can we have without having stacking issues?
Depends on a few different factors.
54, I think.
Depends on a few factors. If every necro is burning every one of their dots, I believe you can have 4 functioning. It might be 3.
The mob does get debuff locked at some point.
Yeah, they do get buff locked. I mean, we have 6 necros today, so we should have them all dotting heavily.
So dots should not be a problem. I would simply advise our dot casters, necro or otherwise, please make sure you are using your highest damage ones first so that they are most likely to stick. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, Dremery. That's a lot of damage tickage. So a few things on this event. I know most of you have done at least a couple of rounds on this. I want to address a couple of things. First of all, these young Klicknar should, I say should, all be mezzable. Has anybody found that to not be true? Excellent. I'm assuming that that silence is everybody has been able to land a mez who can at some point on a young Klicknar. I say that because there is a mechanic that we have found is likely able to be cheesed. And everybody knows that I love cheesing events. Whatever we can do to make things a little bit easier for our team and put us closer to success, that's what we need to do. So that being said, these young Klicknar, when they are not kept mezzed, if a pabulum is left up for any length of time, they eat it and power up massively. So if we were to keep them mezzed and then kill any pabulums before unmezzing them, shouldn't be a problem then, right? We can literally ignore the pabulums for a time. I know we're going to have a few up. They won't be eating them, they won't be AEing us, and we won't have any of those worries. That allows a lot more DPS freed up to murder the queen. Yes, we'll still have to murder a couple of other things, and we must kill any royal eggs that pop. So the new priority, of course, will be royal egg and anything else that I'm calling out.
And don't forget about the young queen.
And anything else that I am calling out.
I need a MA. Any volunteers? It could be a SOA or IF.
Anybody who's somewhat familiar with the event and or has a hotkey or two. Not an enchanter. Very good. You resemble that not an enchanter remark.
Who was that?
Never dying.
So how the event's going to work is this. We will trigger the event. The young Klicknar are going to aggro us, and we will end up killing most, if not all of them. But when the queen goes live, any that we are not currently killing will get mezzed, and we will switch over our DPS to either the queen or a royal egg if a royal egg spawns. Again, royal egg needs to be the priority. But other than that, I might call out a couple of other things. The aphids, I don't recall for certain if they are mezable. I think they are. Is that correct?
To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know about the ape.
That's all right. They don't hit that hard anyway, like 3K hitters. So we will stun and or mez the aphids, possibly be killing some of them. I'll be calling out instructions as we're going. This is a very fluid event.
I do think the aphids are mezable, yes.
Thank you. All right. So as for the pool of royal jelly, we're going to treat that the same way we did before. That allows you to get a clicky that can charm an aphid. As long as an aphid is being charmed, we will not suffer the main negative effects from the queen. Queen hits extremely hard, but we also don't want her charming and or mezzing, stunning, or fearing us. That only makes things a lot more difficult. The goal is to keep, at least for the first phase, keep the mobs in this general area, right around the entrance to this cave. So creeping out might be an issue. Bringing all the mobs in so we can AE stun would be awesome. Enchanters, if you would be so kind as to set up an AE stun rotation, I would genuinely appreciate it. Because on the first phase, we are not going to be mezzing, we're going to be stunning, because you are a stunning group of individuals.
Damn right I am.
So again, the event looks like this. We trigger the event. Young Clicknar come in. We have up to 3 minutes to murder all of them. We should be able to with our DPS, especially with all of the abilities we have available. Once the queen comes in, any additional young that are up, we will mez and keep mezzed unless I specifically call. Any pabulum that spawns, we will ignore unless I specifically call. I would like for a few of you, yes, a few of you, to have a tar royal egg hotkey. Please make sure you have you're able to call out that a royal egg is up. We're going to beat the queen down to around 75. We're going to clean up the pabulums. We're going to clean up the aphids. We're going to clean up any of those sorts of things like that. And hopefully have them all dead before the queen repops. Again, we will kill off any remaining mobs. Queen repops, take her to 35. Any young Clicknar will be mezzed. You get to 35, same depop, repop, blah, blah, blah. While the queen is up and fighting us, we will have young mezzed. Only breaking off to kill special mobs, things that I call out, or a royal egg. Does anybody have a question on that?
Is there a specific place where the eggs spawn?
Usually underneath the queen, sometimes at the queen's spawn location. Usually underneath the queen.
Okay, thank you.
I don't see listlessness on very many of the tanks. If we could get that out, as well as wild growth on the warriors.
Thank you. So any questions? I'll put out a tank rotation for the queen in just a moment. Enchanters, do you have your stun rotation?
Yeah, it should be the same.
We could also get additional buffs on the enchanters as well, just like we would a tank.
Good
looks
call.
like we're good.
All right, thank you. Tank rotation has been posted. Again, Queen is not going to be fought until 3 minutes after the event is triggered. Please keep that in mind. I would like, if at all possible, on this first phase, please do not go past this campfire that you see set out here. We will be pulling in the mobs and getting that AE stuns going so that the mobs keep locked down. Keep the mobs inside here if you would, please.
Oh, it's Syncope's birthday.
And happy birthday to Syncope.
I'm going to list verbally the names of the tanks. Sometimes that helps me. Wolfgar, Pummel, Volkert, Lizardman. Wolfgar, Pummel, Volkert, Lizardman.
So you're telling Wolfgar to beat up me and Lizardman. Thanks.
Yep, bring it on. Bring it on.
Start the event? Is that what you said?
I did not say that.
Oh, okay. Got excited.
Here we go again.
Yeah. All right. Enchanters, are you ready to do this?
On your call, boss.
Lovely.
Let me know before he spawns, so I don't have to run over there at the last second. So I'm there and ready.
You will have plenty of time and notification, my good man.
Awesomeness.
All right, everybody. Tanks close to the campfire, please. Tanks to the campfire. Enchanters near the campfire. We're going to be picking up some mobs. Do not run out. Do not try to mess with them until they come in. Let them get to the campfire. We can murder them here.
I'm still tanking
right.
her in the same spot, though, right?
Eventually, yes.
Right.
All right. Dami, will you be our trigger person for this?
Yep. Let me know when. So I don't
Excellent.
hit this early.
Enchanters, let's get the stun rotation going, please. Go ahead and fire it up, please, Dami.
Starting now.
Good luck, everybody.
Jesus, attack me.
Ain't that something?
It's like a suicide mission.
You'd think the raid leader would put somebody with the escape ability on that.
I did escape. I try to hide, but I was too slow. So.
Do you have any problem with us AoE mezzing this big pole on this incoming?
I don't see an issue with it.
I thought we were.
AE stun is most effective because if somebody does something silly, it will definitely be helpful.
Yeah, I just figured we could mezz them at the same time too. So
I got no problem with that. Just don't be mad if somebody AE hits because they're silly.
Who's running out to get the jellies? To charm?
Rangers.
Timer.
Long time to go. All right, we should be able to pause our rotation. Awesome job, everybody. More will be coming in just a moment. More in. Doing a great job, everybody. Thank you for staying focused. Wolfgar, your mob will be going live before long. Please be ready to pick it up. I would advise staying back here for right now in case mobs come in. We don't want them aggroing you first. There we go. Queen live, queen live, queen live. Heals to Wolfgar, please.
And he's dead. And he's dead.
And Pummel's dead.
Heals to
It's on
Volker.
Volk. Patch him.
I don't know. I was taking it in fort for some reason. I don't know. Maybe lag. Didn't go off in time. It's kind of weird.
Big heals to Volker. Get to 75. 75. Any young that spawn, I need
Fabulum
to
up.
mezd ASAP.
Assist Shadow Killer. Peb's up.
Kill the queen.
Gonna monk push the queen towards me. Get her out of the raid.
Charm and Aphid.
Druid wards down. Druid wards down.
Volk is down.
Oh my god.
Heals to Lizard.
Or all
Lizard's
of our
dead.
tanks can be dead.
Wow.
I need a weapon shield. Deflection.
I've got it. I've got it.
Navarrian. There we go.
There's a Pabulum up.
Get queen to 75. Keep the young mezd. Queen to 75 is the focus.
Who's taking it once my weapon shield goes down?
Anyone?
Sweet.
I'm going
Take it now.
to use staunch.
I got weapon shield going.
Very good. Thank you for getting weapon shield going. Raid, kill one at a time. I don't care which one. Get these mobs dead ASAP. One at a time. Make sure the Pabulums are dying.
There's one up. Assist me. It's dead.
Shadow, what's the official name on those? I don't see them. Pop.
There's 4 of them. They don't show up on the extended target window. You have to have a hotkey to try and target them.
Yeah, I don't see them on my track either.
We have 4 more mobs to kill. Get them dead, please. We will have more coming in. Get back towards the entrance of the tunnel. Get back.
There's an enriched, a dark, a pure, and a royal.
If I'm dead.
A Sunder's been res.
Let's get those tanks rebuffed quickly, please.
Kill these aphids.
So it's
Yes.
enriched
Yes.
royal, pure royal.
Kill the aphids.
What's the last one?
Enriched, dark, pure, or royal. Any one of those 4.
Oh, it's Crash's birthday too.
Make sure tanks are rebuffed. Warriors, which one of you has fortitude up?
Wolfgar does.
Volk does.
Wolfgar and Volk. Okay, Pommel, yours is down.
It's not down. I just got res.
Understood. So tank order is going to be Wolfgar, then Volkert. Wolfgar, then Volkert. My fortitude is down.
Give me big heals. I still got res effects.
Oh, she's here. She's
Queen
here.
is
She's in the
here.
red.
Oh, there you go.
Pick it up. Heals to Wolfgar, please. Heals to Wolfgar. Raid, get the name to 35. We need heals.
Wards, all wards down, please. All wards down.
This rampage is savage.
We need to get it out of raid. Kick it out just a couple spots. Mez to the Clicknars. Very good. Hold it there. Hold it there. Hold it there.
Pabulum.
Pabulum.
Focus on Queen. Focus on Queen. Mez the Youngs. Raid, get Queen to 35. ASAP. Stack the dots. Charm and Aphid.
Charming.
Do not stop to kill a Pabulum. Kill the queen. Volkert has it. Heals to Volkert. We need queen to 35. Stack all dots. Keep anything
Focus
else
down.
missed.
Focus down. It's on Nev.
Heals the lizard. No, lizard's down. Need a weapon shield. Or heals to Pummel. Pummel's got it.
Get it to 35, quickly. It's about to depop. Good. Focus on getting these dead one at a time. Get back to the tunnel entrance. Move your happy butt back.
Kill the Pablums.
Yep, Pabulum's first. Royal Raider. Switch to Royal Raider.
Otherwise that happens.
Switch to Royal Raider. Good.
I dire charmed an aphid. It hits really hard.
Oh, that's beautiful. Love that.
Let's get people rezzed and buffed. We don't have much time.
Knights, who has deflection up? Talk to me.
I do.
Budsweiser's first. We're gonna knight deflection this.
It's gonna spawn in raid again. Be ready for it.
Be ready.
Kick it out. Knights, Draken King is second. Who's third on the list for Knights?
Let's get these aphids dead.
Talk to me, Knights. Paladin, Shadow Knight.
Guys, speak up.
Do you want me to let this aphid go or hold it?
Hold it.
Draken King said he can. Oh, he needs bust and a res. Never mind.
Budsweiser's gonna go first. Draken King will go next. I'd really like to get this dead. Warriors, which one of you has, does any of you have Armor of Experience up besides me?
Well,
Volk does? Who else has Armor of Experience? Pommel does? Okay. Wolf?
I had mine up when I died.
Okay. Name soon.
She's here.
She's here.
There it is. Pick it up. Buds should have it.
Pablo. Young Clicknar up too.
Mez the Young Clicknars. Raid, stack everything on Queen. Burn her down.
It's on Buds. He's dead. It's on Lizard. Lizard has it.
LOH.
Somebody broke all those myths.
Woof. Keep him mezzed.
Don't break those mezzes.
Keep him mezzed. Lizard's
Lizard's
down.
down.
Get that
Weapon
Queen.
shield or deflection. Heals to Wolfgar.
Off tank Royal Defender. Off tank Royal Defender. All DPS Queen. All DPS Queen.
Throw everything you got.
I need another off tank for Royal Defender. Seven, 6, 5. Pabulum's next. Negative. Stop Pabulums. No We win.
Whoa. Fuck yeah.
Well done, everybody.
Oh, boy.
Congratulations.
New strat worked perfectly.
There was something going on in that fight where I was just unable to cast for periods of time.
Yeah, me too. I couldn't hit my final stand. I was hitting the button, but nothing would happen. It was like I was silenced.
There's no silence.
I had that happen. I don't know. Maybe it was lag or something. But
there was a silence.
Yes.
Okay.
All right,
That makes
let's get the dead rezzed before we open any chests. The chest is at the Queen spawn location. Great job, everybody. Thank you for focusing and thank you for making this happen.
Get res, then come on.
Worked out well because that way I had final in the end for that last little bit.
Meant to be.
Man, that charmed aphid was hitting for 16,000 rounds.
Nice.
That's huge.
It was cool to have it for DPS on the queen in the last part.
Do we have anybody that was not rezzed? Please speak up.
I still need a res.
I
Okay,
still
let's
need a
get some
res, but
buds.
I'm here. I got a corpse down there somewhere, though. Brought back to life without a res, whatever that is. Okay, there's my res right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I could use another.
Buzz's corpse.
We'll give it a moment. We get everybody rezzed up before we open the chest.
Congrats for those of you who got to piece the gatekeeper through the raids.
Neato.
One of the things that I see we can improve upon is rebuffing after reses, as well as getting reses and calls out as quickly as possible.
I agree.
We're a little slow on that.
I'd rather have a call than a res at this point because I come back
Same.
10%.
As a warrior, I 100% agree.
Yeah, I always try to save the calls for the warriors or the healers, so they have a little bit of mana when they come back, but I try to get everyone else just rezzed in. The DPS, I try to get them in as quickly as possible.
Well, I was just gonna mention that as a DPS, I would rather go to the lobby and then banner back in, because then I'm gonna come back with at least 20% of my mana, and I can actually do something when I get back instead of immediately sitting down and waiting for mana.
A call would do that too.
That makes sense. All right, let's, again, great job. Let's crack it open and see what we got for loot.
Guys, if I can't get you in the middle of a raid, just wait until the event's finished. We can't just swap people mid-raid, especially when there's a lot of hectic stuff happening.
Yeah, especially not on raids like these.
Did we get a heal
Ooh,
course on that?
we got double pop on the mount.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that's pretty darn cool.
Wait, I can get a third ant mount?
Pids on the range. What kind of piercer is that?
It's a range item.
That's not fair. The other piercer.
Hey, Lizard, good call on the voice
That's
calls.
something I'm planning to bid on. Thank you. It's one of 2 items in this expansion that I actually wanted.
I have Core Speller is the first 30, Solo's at 35. Mistress at 40.
Let's go ahead and set the Coin of Brel and Emblem of Brel to free grab, please, as well as the runes. Take them if you need them.
Kind officers want to hand out loot on a window?
I suppose I can.
And then someone else to call it out. See Syncope at 45.
I can do calls.
Let me finish this item and I'll hand it out. Solo's at 59. Thank you, Shadow. Thank you, Nev. Solo's at 59. Going once. Going twice. Lag check, please. I'll swap it then.
If any of those emblems rot, are boxes able to get in here?
Yes.
Just to clarify, emblem's the second tier. Clicky.
Gratsolis.
Correct. The coin of Brel is for completion, marking completion of the first tier. The emblem of Brel is marking completion of the second tier. Everybody in Raid needs to have looted and clicked both of those. Most of you have.
Bids on the non-rogue dagger. Seacore Speller is the first 30. Moraine at 60. Tama at 75. Moraine at 80. Anaya at 85. Moraine at 100. Anaya at 105. Moraine at 110. Moraine at 123. Anaya at 125.
123 is as much as I had.
Anaya at 125. Going once. Going twice. Like check, please. Congrats, Anaya.
Thanks.
Bids on the mounts. Highest two. See Tinston at 100. Kit at 100. Crag at 150. Wow, that escalated. So I have Crag and Dremery. Crag and Kit. Crag and Dremery. Crag and Kit.
A lot of DKP for a mount that doesn't give any buffs.
There's
Right.
there's no thingy on it.
It looks cool.
People collect mounts, I guess.
Crag and Dremery.
It has a turbo booster on its butt.
Crag and Kit. Crag and Kit. Going once. Going twice. Like check, please. Congrats, you too.
If you have a use for those spells, go ahead and take them. Most classes get 0 to 1. Knights get 2.
Bids on the ring. Volk at 45. Lizard at 50. Volk at 70. Og at 70. Going once. Going twice. Like check, please. Am I lagging? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Congrats, Volker.
Congrats, Volk.
Congrats.
Let's vote.
Bids on the other range. Drake at 1. Sprucey at 10.
while we're waiting, let's make sure we're doing buffs to expedite the next raid.
Earth Dawn at 75. Earth Dawn at 75. Going once. Going twice. Black check, please. Does this unlock the next tier for us?
Yes.
Is there an easy raid that we can do in the next tier?
No.
Is there a
are-
cheesy raid you can do?
There's one we can start learning. But I'm thinking we'll do another loot event in this and then move on.
Congrats, Earth Dawn.
Build you up a little bit before knocking you back down a peg.
Pop the Permian mutation peddler at the back to switch hogs.
I mean, we just beat this. How you can't build it up any more than that?
Yeah, that was pretty freaking awesome.
Bids on the wristband. Wolfgar at 25. Tremory at 35.
By the way, because I know you guys don't hear it enough, thank you to the IF officers for doing loot and all of the other things that go along with the raid. It is appreciated.
Wolfgar at 36. Crashing at 40. It's appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, we never tell them we appreciate them because, you know, that whole big head syndrome, but we do too.
Crashing at 40. Going once. Going twice. Black check, please.
Our guys are pretty awesome.
Gret's crashing.
Skyfall speaks for us and shows his appreciation.
He does. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
Bids on
Wait,
the
what?
chests. Highest 2.
You said 3 chests?
Yeah. I mean, it's the last event in this tier, and that's the lowest tier chest available, so.
Sorry, it's in Tell Hell here. Let's see where we at. We are at
Quave and
Quave at
Poppy.
100, Poppy at 90. Quave at 100, Tommy at 101. We have Poppy at 105 and Bree at 120. No, that's Quave at 120. Quave and Dami. Quave and Dami going once, going twice, going 3 times. Black check, please. Thanks, everyone. Congrats, Quave.
Congrats.
Bids on the next chest. We got 3.
It is worth pointing out, because I have been asked in the past, you do not need this tier of raid loot in order to get the next tier of raid loot. It's not like SOF or SOD where you had to loot every tier and make each level from the previous version.
Thank God.
No more tears.
That's such good news that I didn't even mind that quote.
But isn't the next expansion
So
like that?
Eagle at 100.
No.
It's like SOF.
Is that not it? Oh no, it's Poppy at 100. My mistake. Poppy at 100. Going once. Going twice. Like check. Yeah, you guys did it already. Thank you for hurrying that up. Congrats, Poppy. Oh, he already got it. Jeez, are we even at the next raid yet?
We're about to be. As soon as those are all looted, please make sure the you got an emblem or coin of Braille if you need it. They're about to rot. I did have. I never thought I would hear this be said, but I had multiple people ask specifically to go and hit the cooling chambers raid. I never thought that would happen in my life. We might as well just go hit that then, and then we'll move on to the upper tier. Move on to the next one. So please move over to cooling chambers. Meet at Roderick Cleanbutt or whatever his name is. Roddy Piper.
Let's get an ATL, please.
Don't pull the thing yet. I gotta drop the boxes.
My group, Rails Rust, coming thereafter.
Well, that was a fun fight.
Am I losing Ash?
Yeah, Bare Feet and Idcove are in. Let's see, where can we put a code in? Oh, I know where.
I mean, how else would you call it Midget Night instead of pulling the mission?
Requesting?
It's like extra syllables.
It just, I don't know, to me it sounds so weird to say pull the mission or pull the raid. It almost sounds like it's broken English or something. I don't know why.
Hey,
Why use many words when few words work?
Grab the mission.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
grab would be normal.
Or get.
Hey,
obtain.
Where's the banner? Is it still in zone with the queen?
Should be.
Yes.
Nobody's moved it yet.
Don't move it yet.
I approve of Yoink. Yoink the mission.
That sounds dirty.
Sunder.
The portal's been
Can you hear me?
Yeah, the portal's been changed already.
Change it back. It's fine.
So does pull.
Change it back.
Tug.
Change it again to Browse Rest.
I'm gonna go tug a mission.
It is Browse Rest right now.
Go give your horn a tug.
Okay, everybody, hold on a second. Dami's trying to get somebody to the chest, I'm assuming, which is why
Yes,
he's
I am.
asking. So everybody just hold on a second. Change the portal to the guild banner so that they can get there.
Change.
I see it. Take it. Let me know when you take it.
We got a lot of excited people. Let's just be calm, move over to cooling chamber, and let them do what they got to do.
You took it?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the chest. Might have disappeared.
No, it's still there.
Should be up on the platform where the queen was.
Unhide corpses.
I moved it back
There it is.
to Browse Rest, guys. So
Got it.
feel free to start moving there.
Are we okay to move the banner out from Arthur Creek?
You can move it.
Yep, all good. Thank you.
Once we have enough people at the cooling chambers at Roderick Cleanheart, I'll go ahead and yoink the banner over to this location.
Schlorp.
You will yeet the banner over.
It has been yoked.
The banner's been moved? Oh.
All right, the banner has now been yeeted this way.
Lizard wants to tug your banner.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I did not say that. I'm not the type of guy who would say that sort of thing in public.
That's the
Just
guild leader. I
spoiling the
think it's
banner.
his banner.
Just spoiling the banner.
Where are we going?
Are we good to request?
We should be. We will need to kick the. We'll need to yeet the other mission before we.
Yeah, we're waiting for that.
I see Kenora and Arth. Oh. Well, you're already there. Zone in.
Thank you for your patience, everybody. If you don't know where you're supposed to be, welcome back. You should be in cooling chamber at Roderick Cleanheart. The IF banner is set here.
Okay. Thank you.
She's in there now.
Yeah, I see it. Thanks
I'll let
everyone
you
for standing by, and let's just all stare at Kenora while she does this.
So a lot of us went down that hole in the middle.
Yep.
The girls' rest, and we're at the bottom.
Go north, east,
Good.
south, and you're gonna enter a room. You're gonna see us all standing around Roderick Cleanheart.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's a
just come
tunnel
through the
behind the red
waterfall. Thank you.
waterfall.
Dropped. Oh, that's right.
Damien wasn't feeling well, so she had to leave.
Understood.
She got it.
All right, I'm kicking the task. Go for it. Wait. Okay, go. Thank you, guys.
You said the banner was set.
Yep.
Correct.
I heard we're gonna get a rogue only dagger today.
It's going to take it a moment, but when it lets you, you're welcome to say ready, R-E-A-D-Y, to Roderick. Please shrink once you're inside.
Do we have a heal parse on that last one?
Yeah, one sec.
I can confirm that we do not need a gnome banner.
Sir.
By the way, I'd love to see that heal parse in the raid parse channel at some point, just because I'd like to look at it. That was
I just put it in there.
awesome. Yeah, that was a real tough raid for the healers.
For those of you who are intimately familiar with this raid, you are welcome to move to the prep spot once you're inside. If you are not and would like a guide, please stay here. I will guide you. You're welcome to follow Lizard Man. I'll be moving out in about 30 seconds.
Uno momento, por favor.
Just don't grab his tail. It takes a while to grow back.
Shrinkage is important on this event. It's not necessarily vital, but it is helpful. Be heading out in about 10 seconds or so, if you'd
Okay,
like a guide.
What do we say to this guy?
Ready.
Crash and crash.
Oh my, what a name on that one.
Still haven't figured out what's causing it.
Aria crash as well.
I mean, I haven't been trying to figure it out, but I haven't figured it out.
Heading out from the entrance, if you'd like to follow somebody, you can follow Lizard Man.
Did you update to Windows 11?
No.
That's what did it for RMAG. He does that like an hour into every time he logs on.
Sounds like a memory leak. Oh my god, I'm fucked.
Once you're out of the tunnel, make a right. We're heading west to the west side of the lake.
remember when this game used to have lots of memory leaks. I remember when it used to be a 50-50 chance you'd crash on every zone line.
Fair. So anyone else notice that this critter's name translates to greenwang?
I never put that together. Thank you. I guess they figured it was a snowy, icy place, so.
Yep. It's a thing. Literally.
Literally.
Happy game birthday, Syncope.
All right, we got a few people who have crashed and are coming back, but for those of you who are not familiar with this event, there are a few phases on it. First, Grunk, first of all, wherever Grunka currently is, whether that be here, there, or somewhere else, he is perma-rooted. It's going to warp around to 2 other locations. The starting location from 100 to 70% is in its current spot. The second location, after 70%, the nade will warp over to the south side of the lake. 4 rooted adolescents will spawn around it. We will keep them stunned, and we will kill them in a clockwise fashion. Once that happens, we will get the name down to around 50, no further than 50. Do not get him under 50 on the south side of the raid. We will wait for him to warp over here. Once he warps over to this location, that is when we will have 4 more. We will kill those 4, and then we will get to 43. At 43%, it'll heal back to 80, and we burn it down. During that time, another named is going to spawn. We will use our Fortitude and or Final Stand and other abilities like it to keep that other mob locked while the raid burns down Grunkuk. During this time, we will get multiple ads. Multiple ads. Some of them need to be kited. Some of them simply need to be killed. The whelps need to be kited. The others need to be killed. Killing the named, just like Queen, is the priority, but everything doesn't depop when that happens. So, again, named to 70, named warps, kill the 4 around the area, get it to 50, named warps, kill the 4 around the area, get it to 43, burn down Grunk, burn down Kelmuck. Easy fight overall. There are 2 other things you need to keep in mind. There are emotes on this fight. You must follow those emotes. You can see them by having filtered other and other and event messages to a separate chat window. That way it's right there on your screen and you can easily see it. One of us is going to also attempt to call it out. There are 2 different emotes. They both mean you need to move. One of them is you need to get out of the raid because you are going to AE damage us. One of them is you're going to get AE silence us. And there is a third one where you are getting punted underwater into the whelps. You need to simply swim away from that. So we will either say this person out of the raid or this person swim. If we say swim, that means you need to be moving. Get out from underwater. You're about to get punted. Get out from those mobs because they will eat you. Get away from them. When you're told to swim, you move. When you're told get out of raid, you must get at least 100 range away. If you fail, you risk wiping us on what is tentatively a trivial event. Please focus on that. It would be better for you to stand away from the raid than to AE the raid. I'll put out a tank order in just a moment. As a reminder to our warriors and anybody else who's going to be taking a named, after 70%, you can leash tank and should be leash tanking. If you leash tank it toward the lake, meaning if you tank it on this side or on the
with your back to the water.
With your back to the water, we gonna be just fine. I'll put out a tank list and then we'll get going in just a moment. Does anybody have any questions or issues before we get this started?
For those that are new in the raid, just call out as we go, as you did with the queen. It was very helpful.
Splash of Sanctification will cure the silence. Splash is really important for our pallies to be casting on the raid, but obviously you can't cast it when you are silenced. So if you choose to stand back a little ways as a healer, might be advisable, or as a paladin. Please invis up, and invis up, and move to Spot. Spot is the corner of the island.
Stay away from the underwater beasts and you won't lose your invis.
And don't auto run into the named.
There's always one.
Yeah, once you get closer to this island, just crawl, don't run. Otherwise, you run all the way up there and it's over for you.
As you notice, Grunkuk does not see invis, however, has an aura around it that will remove your invis if you get close.
Sneaky.
Pommel, are you ready to start this?
Yep.
Excellent. Anybody not ready?
Bellycaster reminder.
Thank you. I usually fail to remember that one because I'm not much of a caster. This is a target. All the mobs in here are basically belly casters. You can be at their target ring, though, and be able to have things land on it. You don't need to get directly underneath it, as long as you're at the target ring. Shadow Killer, you okay calling out the emotes like we used to?
Yep.
Excellent. I will charge in first to lock down some rampage. May I get a DA, please? I will charge in once DA lands. I'm looking for it. There it is. Give it a moment.
Wait, nobody else is running it? Oh.
All right. Pummel can go ahead and take it. Heals to Pummel, please.
How did Quave die?
He ran too early.
He lost all his health.
Keep Pummel alive. Take it to 70 and 70 only.
Watch that rampage, guys. We'll be calling out.
Pummel, get out of the...
Nope.
Oh, Pummel's tanking.
Back away from Pummel. Back away from Pummel.
Oh god, I gotta
Is it
swim.
the silence?
Yeah.
No. No.
All right, get back in.
Ooh.
Oof.
AE silence at thrombosis. Get out of the raid.
Run.
Pummel's
Pummel's
down.
down.
Volkert's up. Heals to Volkert, please. 70% and
Sprucey,
hold.
swim.
Raid, move south. Raid, move south. Kill the adolescents. Stun them. Volkert, leash tank. Keep heals on Volkert.
Kit, swim.
Two more adolescents. Stay focused.
Core Speller, AE silence. Refried, get out of the raid.
One more. No dots on name,
Dami,
please.
swim.
No dots on name. Take it to 50. 5-0. 5-0 only. No dots, please. Stop at 50. Keep healing Volkert. You can move to...
Move away from Volker, AE. Pummel,
You can
swim.
move to the banner if you're not healing Volkert.
Watch out for the adolescents.
Move to banner if you're not healing Volkert. Name's gonna warp to banner.
AE silence at Core Speller again.
Need a knight on these ads.
Kill him, stun him. Grip, you're back up for Volkert. You still alive, right?
Yep. Clerical, swim. Tenston, get out of the raid.
Wolfgar, you're my backup on Kelmuk, okay?
Look it up.
Kill final adolescent.
Mullen, swim.
Take name to 43. Dots in.
Volk's down. It's on Gerp.
Big heals to Gert.
AE silence at Talma, get out of the raid. Brienne, get out of the raid.
All wards down. All wards down.
Kelmuk's up.
Burn, Grunkuk.
Landholder, get out of the raid.
Everything on Grunkuk. Watch for ads.
Syncope, get out of the raid. AE silence.
Ads incoming. Kill the ads. As they're incoming, kill Kelmuk. Kill Kelmuk. DPS to Kelmuk. Thank you, mid.
Dora is down.
Calling.
We'll still need to clean up the ads when this dies, but let's get it dead. Good job, everybody. One ad.
It's way down south. Somebody's kiting it.
Good. Kite it to kill it.
Let's head to the center island. Chest is at the center island.
It'll die if kited. Or kill it. Good job, everybody. Move to the center.
Corpses are at the spot where we zoned in.
Who opened the last chest? Was that you, Skyfall? Who had the hot hands last time? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not at
Who,
all.
who opened the last
I don't
chest?
know.
Nobody did?
Anybody open it up. We got more to kill.
All right. Whoever has hot hands, open it. Thank you, Tom. Bids on the necklace.
Again, we'll be setting the Coin of Brels and the runes to free grab. Take them if you have a use.
See Barefeet at 11, Drami at 14, Dora at 20. Dora at 20, going once, going twice. Black check, flashpoint at 25. Solus at 35. Solus at 35, going once. Drami at 38. The J is silent, correct? Arya at 40. Arya at 40, going once, going twice. Black check, please. Congrats, Arya. Bids on the earring.
Where are we going next so we can start heading there?
See Nev
Like
at
and
9.
creep.
Crag at 5. Nev at 8. Crag at 10. Crag at 10, going once, going twice. Lag check, please. Congrats, Crag.
What's going on with the lag checks tonight? Usually everybody's so
I don't
helpful
know.
in doing
SOA,
those.
SOA can do it too. What you have to do is just type something in there.
I have
Let me know.
bronchitis.
Bids on the shield. Have Earth Dawn at 3. Eagle at 20. Landholder at 30. This is how you bid. Eagle at 40. Landholder at 50. Landholder at 50, going once, going twice. Lag check, please. Thank you, guys. See, that's what I'm talking about. Congrats, Landholder. Bids on the strongest link. See Wolfgar at 30. Wolfgar at 30, going once, going twice. Lag check, please. That's Wolfgar. Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
Bids on the arms. Sprucey at 15. Wolfgar at 20. Wolfgar at 20, going once, going twice. Lag check, please. Congrats, Wolfgar. Bids on the wristband. See Sprucey at 5. Refried at 20. 10. Drummery at 25. Flashpoint at 26. Where's that Flashpoint T?
Point.
You would be silent.
I kind of like Flashpointing.
You got to say it with a French accent.
Yeah.
Flashpoint.
Pointe?
Ponte.
Point.
Pwa.
Drum at 30. Course Speller at 35. Course Speller at 35, going once, going twice. Lag check, please. I see Drake at 37. Just jumped in before lag check. Anyone confirm?
Confirm.
Confirm.
Drake at 37. Course Speller at 41. Core at 41, going once, going twice. Lag check, please. Congrats, Core. Bids on the gloves, highest 2.
If you're not betting on loot, Lichen Creep is our next target.
See Flashpoint T at 1. Oh,
Let's see, we have
Spruce.
a Dirkland.
Ooh, a new player.
Is it the excavator Borga?
Yep.
I see Moraine as the first 20 and Drake at 25. I see Drake and Thrombosis at 25. Drake as the first 25 and Moraine at 30. Drake and Moraine going once, going twice. Black check, please. Congrats, you too. We're over unless somebody's leaving.
Anybody headed out? Let us know.
Is that full mains over on mains?
Yeah. Yeah.
I will step out, but I'm going to stay in channel and listen. I just
Is there somebody waiting that wants to come in?
We had Darkland just joined, so.
All right, and he's a tank too. Because like I said earlier that I wasn't feeling good. I'll step out.
Okay, Wolfgar. Feel
Okay.
better.
All right, let's head over to Lichen Creek, please. We are meeting on the. I think he's over on the west side, isn't he? Excavator Borga.
I don't know. He's at me.
Oh, that's specific.
That does not help us.
Yes,
All right,
west.
head to Lichen Creek.
West of Zone In.
The only way to get to Lichen Creek, unless you have set a campfire beforehand, like some of us have, would be to go through Arthacrex and head into the cave area without aggroing and training a bunch of mobs in the pit.
Hey, to put these arms together, I go to buy the thing from the guy by the zone in Brills.
Yep. You need to do the thing and do the thing and then do the thing and combine it.
How many things is it? You just got to buy a thing and combine it.
3
right?
things.
3 things. You need a template that are in the guild bank. You need the binding agent thing from the vendor, and then you need to combine them in a kiln with the clay.
And there is a kiln right by the vendor in Braille.
Yep.
Can I get into the bank?
I can set one up for you.
That'd be great. I'll do that
What,
before
what
I bail.
piece is it?
It's for the arms.
I got you.
Thank you, Kurt.
I need a plate piece for a chest.
Yeah, it's the arms piece.
All right, we're not. We're not gonna
Wolfgar's
sit here.
leaving, so I'm giving it to him. Everyone
We're not
else
gonna
needs to wait,
pass
please.
these out during raids. We'll do it at
The
the end.
reason I asked is because I wanted to do it before I left. Coming into the guild hall now.
Yeah, it'd be unfortunate if you like looted a raid piece and then just left it in your bag for a couple of expansions and never actually made it and used it, like some people.
Who's done that? I need to hear the story.
You largely just did hear the story, but
That
without
was pretty much the whole story.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I guess I fall in that
It
category.
was,
I still
it was
have.
a prismatic facite hog.
Oh wow. I still have the polished stone of the 11th hour that I
That
haven't put
may
in.
or may have but not been won the last week of the expansion, right before there was new gear. Hypothetically.
Either way, I started laughing when it got linked.
Thank you, Gerp. Shadow, did you leave yet? You still in the guild hall?
Oh, I'm on my way to Lichen Creek, man.
Okay, I got a diamond for you next time I see you.
Parcel it. Thank you.
I will.
Also for SOA members, if you guys win a piece of armor, just make sure you hit up one of us before we log before the end of the raids.
Again, aggro, die.
Again, the NPC is Excavator Borga, Borga. If you look on your map, you're going to see Teleport D and Teleport E. It's in between there.
It's not Borgia.
No. Borga. Like the Borg with an A.
Lizard.
Go ahead.
Deflection was in east. What was that tunnel? Where was it? Was that West Common Lands in the tunnel?
It is Common Lands in the tunnel, correct.
All right,
East Common Lands.
I mean, Borgia does also have an A.
If it's the Borg, does that mean that we're assimilating everybody?
Resistance is futile. Just accept it. It's Borg.
Eagle Eyes, you should see about getting that sword that's rotting in Hiking Creek.
I should. Definitely enough.
I froze zoning. Getting back in.
Kit, if you live and hug the right wall and stay high in the tunnel, and then as soon as you're in, go left. There's a little drop down and go left through that tunnel, and you'll be perfectly safe.
Any of the other SOA folks need assistance? They're inside Arthrex. I'll try to set a banner here shortly.
Once enough people are here, we will drop a banner, but until then, please bring your happy butts or sad sacks, whichever it might be, over to Lichen Creep, meeting at Excavator Borg.
Try not to train the raid.
Don't train the raid, just die. We will get you rest, buffed, and ready to go. Don't train the raid.
These are.
Are you serious right now?
What the?
Don't train.
Oh, there
the
was
raid.
one C invis in there.
Yep, there was. And you just wiped everybody that was at the NPC.
Your choice to bring C and Viz mobs to the quest NPC was a poor one.
We'll get someone there to res us.
Okay, I'm not seeing Borga on my map. Is there someone I can find on in the ranges there?
Shadow Killer. I'm still alive. I'm at the NPC.
Thanks, SK.
He's to the southeast of Teleport and D, if that helps.
Yep, check raid chat.
Yeah, I was ready to COH a whole bunch of people too.
We should not still have people on aggro.
I train him away.
Thank you. I appreciate you doing that.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
I don't want to interrupt you guys. What's the piece I need to buy? Is it the emblem of the soothing clay?
No, you need to find the binding agent for your class.
Ah, binding agent. Martialism bonding agent, right? Got to be it.
Yes,
Sure.
that is it.
If you right click on the binding agent, it'll say what class it's for.
Yep, that's the one. Thank you.
It's that golem smasher that's pathing. Watch out. Oh, he's gonna go up. Okay, we're good. We're not good. Don't train the raid.
I'll die here.
Thank you.
Actually, my fade worked.
That works.
We can get you
Oh,
cough if we
or no,
can.
there. Now I'm dead.
Did we have a reser there?
I'll run Nimbit over
Kit's
there.
in the zone. He'll be able to
I got
res
a
in a minute.
campfire too.
Yeah, working on it.
Okay.
I got you, Kit.
Thank you, Shadow.
Kit's at the excavator and can res the people that are right here. We do have a couple of corpses spread out though. Please don't go get them unless you have a way to escape or know what you're doing.
Wait for a call, guys.
We have Melite here as well to res.
Calling Pappy.
No, there's a campfire down.
Yeah, I just put one down too. So.
X up in raid if you need a call.
Nidmit's resing at the NPC.
Thank you, Shadow.
Yeah, I think all the corpses are here, so.
Thank you for the drag.
All right, now we have a banner here. Please don't go running around all willy-nilly once you have bannered in if you're choosing to do so.
Dami, you still need to kick the cooling chamber, right?
No willy, no nilly.
It's kicked.
Good news, we have a raid.
The SOA banner is down. Those that are in SOA can now port into the banner if it's set.
Yep, if you're not here, head back to the guild hall and take the respective banners, please.
Everyone here? A shadow in your group?
I'm working on calling them now. I just noticed them.
Thank you.
If you are in need of a drag and or res, please put an X up in raid.
Anyone else for Call of the Hero if you're in zone?
Also, when you zone in, don't go running around. There's mobs here.
I need to invite back to raid.
I'm not seeing anybody say that they need a COH or that they need a drag and res. That's a good thing. Ah, there's 2 for COH.
Landholder just got his. Dami, the ones that are in the zone are called.
Refry to use a call.
Yeah, once you're in the zone, I'll call you.
Get in here, Refi.
I'm in the zone.
Once you're at Excavator Borga, I almost pronounced it
You're in the
correctly.
other zone. Okay, hold on.
Go ahead and say ready to Excavator. Just say ready, that way you can zone in. It is a triggered event, so we don't have to worry about aggroing things or people training us. We can do that inside.
No.
I got you, Craig.
I'm trying to click into Leech and Creep, and it's
You
telling
step on the little round disc. You don't click in, you like stand on that little round disc in front of the gun.
It's like a teleporter.
It's saying, I'm sorry, friend, but Braille does not consider you worthy.
You have not done the progression needed to get in here. However, that can be bypassed for a few people if you take the banner or a fellowship campfire.
So I would say head back to the guild hall, and once you guys have the banner down in the DZ, take the banner straight to the DZ.
SOA banner is down inside. Sorry, Refred.
Did anybody else need a cough across Lich and Creep?
Let's look for Gancho.
Looks like Gancho and Brienne.
Gancho's good.
Okay.
Bree, are you good?
No, I need across, please.
I don't see you in the zone. You're not in the zone, Bree.
He's in a different.
Oh, you're in a different pick?
Yeah. See if you can pick over, Bree.
Yeah, see if you can pick over.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, just gate and take the guild banner.
At this point, I'd say just take the guild banners.
Especially if you can gate. It's just easier.
He's in zone.
Since we are at a pivotal new point, doing a tier 2 raid. This is your first tier 2 raid for IF, correct?
Yep.
Correct.
I know I've said it a million times, but I want to say it again. I want to thank Lizard for the alliance here with SOA and IF. This has been fantastic. We would not have been able to do this, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it as much as we are.
Absolutely.
Good times.
All right, what do I say to Borga to get in?
Ready. We are having a good time. This is definitely beneficial for the entire team. We are better together than apart. This, as we have experienced many other events and many other things, this is a difficult event, but this is not the worst. This is something that we can do and can handle. This is a complex event with multiple stages that also involves us splitting the raid a little bit. I will attempt to go over it as best as possible. However, there will be some unanswered questions when we do our first run at this. I think as everybody has learned, getting familiar with an event matters, because once you're familiar with it and you can get some stuff done, it does become easier. I don't think this is as difficult as some that we have had before, but it can be a little complex. This is not as bad as the Trial of Creation.
I mean, that's not saying much from what I've heard about Trial of Creation.
Trial of Creation is not something we're working on tonight.
Is Drake called? Because he's in zone.
I called. He's in the DZ.
Oh, he's still.
Only person not in is Nami.
Backs.
What a scrub.
Someone in Visley. Let me rearrange these groups too once I finish zoning.
I am not going to be shrinking myself at the moment. I'm going into Shizar Illusion so that you can see me a little bit easier.
So pretty.
Stepping out just a little bit, you can see, not that I'm advising you go moving around, because although it's a triggered event, there are trash mobs that are 7k hitters. We don't want to really mess with it too bad.
Can you mark yourself or have the raid tool person mark it?
Where's Tama when I need him?
Or you can make me the raid
I'm
mark
in
person.
raid.
We could have Kit do it for a change. Tama, you always hoarding it anyway.
Yes.
Where's Tama? Because I'm obviously not going to let him do it.
Right? That's okay.
So, as I mentioned, there are some mobs that we will need to clear. However, if you stand out somewhere-ish, a little bit to the north of where we zoned in, not far, you should see the Taskmaster up above. We are going to have to kill quite a few of the trash mobs and other things. And we are not going to use the charm feature just yet, because you can cheese this by charming some mobs and sending them in and having them tank stuff and all that. We're not going to use that method just yet our first time. I want you to get a little bit more familiar with it first. Where the Taskmaster currently is, that set of scaffolding is where the Mephit miners, M-I-N-E-R, not kids, but miners are. The kind with pickaxes and rocks. The next scaffolding over, a little bit more towards the northwest, that's where the minions, they don't have one eyeball, they have two. The minions spawn at the other scaffolding. The key holders spawn a little bit closer to the blue rock. Over by Architect, which you should see over towards the north.
Where are the gatekeepers?
Sigourney Weaver?
We will have to see if Zool spawns first. So the thing to know, we need to collect a lot, as in at least 24 keys from the key holders. We're then going to be splitting off 2 full groups for each of the other mobs. The named needs to be kept occupied in 2 separate locations while they put damage shields and spell damage shields on themselves and charm people. We need to keep them occupied or the event resets. There's things that happen once we move up to the 2 locations, but we'll go over that in just a little bit. We'll get the first part first. There's some emotes that happen up there where you need to move towards the center and move away from the center. Get towards the architect, get away from the architect, that sort of thing. Again, we need to keep them occupied. And then basically kill the, what's it called, Taskmaster to kind of win it. I know it's a little bit more complicated than that, as we're going to have a lot of ads, and this is a bit of a chaos fight. But we're going to start with the first phase and then start building from there, which is, I think, the best way to handle an event like this.
I'll be calling wards through the fight.
So, for better information, I should say, the lava mephit workers and mobs like that can be charmed and used as DPS. We are not going to do that our first time because I don't want one of those breaking and things going sour. I think we got enough DPS to be able to do stuff. So let's make sure all mobs that can be pulled are cleared by bringing them to here and getting them dead, please.
Ash isn't here. Bard and Monk up.
Do the deed.
If you don't, I will.
Do it.
Yeah, but then we gotta res you and buff you and...
Can I do it? Is it something I can fade off?
It's
Bring
just
in-
low trash.
Bring in trash mobs, get them dead.
Any trash mob?
In the area.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. So make sure we're able to run around the entire area and get knocked back 150 range when
Are the named
Architect is silly.
Are the names social?
They are triggered, so you can pull anything past them.
There's a couple ads here to buy number 3.
Good, bring them.
Good lord, you people are lost without Ash here to pull for you.
Nah.
We calling you people.
What do you mean, you people?
Let's not train the raid. Get these dead, please.
They don't have many hit points.
It's no worse than the group zone.
Yeah, tell that to those who just rest.
And I've died.
I mean, Craig said he wasn't going to heal him.
Thanks, Tim. Group zone.
Check.
Heard
We
you.
hear you.
Kind of quiet.
Appreciate it. Yeah, thanks. Sorry, something happened to my computer.
What?
Hey, is it too late to join? You guys on the last target?
We are on the last target, but we still got an hour. I'm not positive we have room, but let's find out.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I got tied up with work.
I know Slade is leaving us here shortly. Remind me Wit's class again.
Paladin.
Paladin.
Yeah, I'd really like to get on if possible.
Absolutely.
So come in. Get DKP.
Trying
Worst case
to.
scenario.
Slade says he's leaving in 5 minutes, so that'll be helpful.
Cool.
What group is Slade?
Yeah, but Slade's a group healer, so that doesn't help.
She's helping Slade. Well, Slade is helping Group 1 heal.
Oh, we're low on clerics today. I hadn't noticed.
Harley and Milo aren't in.
I know Marlo's not going to be here Thursday either.
Try and get in as quick as I can. My computer's being really slow.
These guys are annoying. They summon even on the monk pulls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it also helps when we send pets in while we're trying to pull.
Mobs are dying before they even get to us.
I mean, it's good that people aren't dying, but it does make it more difficult on a pull. And we don't have to clear the whole zone, but we will just need to make sure these mobs are dead around so we don't have them aggroing us.
Nev died, but it's good.
Did you say Navardians, not people?
Yeah, Nev died.
Doesn't count.
I
Ray
can
didn't
bring
wipe.
that up again. Nev died.
What areas you cleared?
We should be fine as is.
It doesn't count unless Bree dies.
Let's bring that last one in, then we'll stop.
Bree has a death escrow over the past 2 years. The account's full.
Count's never full. I'm the official sacrifice, remember?
That's just because Strider stopped playing.
All right, going back into Shizar Illusion so you can see me a little easier. Moving, let's all move up toward Architect. You don't need to be on the platform, just come on over to the general area.
Oh, he's got some epic donkey teeth.
What are these eggs over here on the side? Is that from Vish? Did Vish drop these eggs here?
So basically, we are in prime location to get trained and die.
So typical Tuesday.
Yeah, pretty much. Give me just a sec. I'm choosing another location for something.
I don't recall doing this raid on live.
Yeah. Kind of wish I didn't.
I do, but I was a mage.
All right, so the first thing that we are going to work on is handling and surviving the waves of ads. We're going to get miners, we are going to get key holders, and we're going to get minions. The key holders will spawn from looking to your to the north a little bit. You should see Lizard Man way far over here. There's a platform over in this location that is going to spawn some key holders that we'll need to bring into raid. This is the far pole. Key holders will come in. The platform that has the architect on it will also get some key holders coming in. The miners will be coming from this general area that you see under Taskmaster. And the minions will be coming from this general platform area. We need to kill all of them and then assign 24 people to handle the named, as in architect and whatever the hell the other one is, M something. Monarch, that's what it is. The monarch and architect are going to use their teleporters. They're going to teleport to another location. Monarch teleporter is to the north, and we are standing next to the architect teleporter. This little platform that I just stepped over and it kind of worked me around. Don't do that.
So we need a tank for each of that.
Correct. So what we're going to do is we're going to put group 1 on Monarch portal and group 2 on the what's this called? The architect portal. Group 1 on Monarch portal, group 2 on architect portal. Joining us is going to be, let's say, group 3 with Monarch and group 4. No. Group 4 with Monarch and group 5 with Architect. Whereas group 3, 6, 7, 8, and 9 are going to stay at the raid and continue to kill any that spawn here. I'll type that out as well for clarification.
Who's the red lead?
I believe Dami is holding raid lead at the moment.
I am.
You shoot me an invite, please.
Easiest way to get invited to raid, send Dami a tell.
You got it.
Just for clarity, the the Monarch portal is to the north. I believe
Correct.
on Brewall's maps it's labeled teleport E. This current portal is teleport D.
All right, Wits, just hang tight. You're earning DKP.
Great.
I would not go to LC. Hang out in Guild Hall.
Yeah, just wait. You'll be able to take the banner when you come join
Yeah,
us.
that zone is not safe.
Yes, sir. Hang out here.
So is it what Shadow Killer put in Raid Chat is what's going on? Because I was confused.
I'll get back to you.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to this. I was like really upset that I got kept late at work.
Real life happens.
Yep.
More than we like.
I.
Oh, apparently all that trash we cleared can be charmed and used
Yep.
for DPS.
I mentioned that, but I don't want to do that first round because something will go wrong. What Shadow Killer put in is absolutely correct. I just made a hotkey also to, as a quick reminder as well, because the goal in this is to kill Taskmaster. He goes live after around 5.5, 6 minutes. That's also when Architect and Monarch poured up. What needs to happen is we need to occupy the Architect and Monarch, keep them occupied, meaning on aggro and basically messed with, while the rest of Raid handles the Taskmaster. I think that's going to be too much for Architect. I think we're going to be able to handle it with a single group, but we're going to try it this way and then make adjustments as needed. Personally, I'm thinking we might not see the name the first time, but we're going to try it. So what Shadow Killer said is correct. I simply repeated it, showing the timer as well. I know this is new to literally all but probably 3 of us here, but we got to learn it sometime. From what has been said, does anybody have any questions?
So you want everybody in the center until the two become live, right? Nobody leaves your island.
Pretty much, we will need somebody pulling in from each location, but everybody's going to congregate here and burn down the ads as they come in.
How many ads can we expect at one time? And is Stun and Mez good?
Stun is great. The Mephit miners often have a damage shield. That's not a big deal, but a spell damage shield that is. So watch out for that on the Mephit miners. The minions really hit hard. We do need to mess with them. Miners, they're not going to hit back. Minions are like 14k hitters, same with key holders. Pulling them in is needed. They spawn throughout. You should be getting, if I recall correct, 1 to 2 at a time, but they add up and they pile up.
It's going to be vitally important that only groups 1, 2, 4, and 5 loot keys.
Correct. So 1, 2, 4, and 5. Whomever is handling loot will need to hand out keys to them. You people, 1, 2, 4, and 5, will need to loot them so that you can step on the platform and go where it needs to go when called.
Everybody else, the other groups, you need to make sure you're not looting it so that they can get the keys that they need to get teleported up to where they need to be.
Correcto. For our, we got a lot of knights. Let's say Midget Knight and Landholder. Will you please pull in any from the north that you see?
When we begin, right?
Yes, once the mob starts spawning at the portal. They will be spawning at the portal, meaning where the monarch is. Tag him and bring him in.
Is Dirkland the only tank who's going to be on the Taskmaster?
He's the only warrior.
Yes.
The only warrior in that group. Okay.
And because he hits like the queen, the Taskmaster, we're also going to be using saving our deflections for that.
Okay.
Dirkland's the only tank you need.
Did you go over what the Architect and Monarch groups need to avoid?
I did not. I'm not expecting to actually get to that point, but if that happens, you either need to move in or move out. There is going to be an emote. It's going to be filter either other or event messages, so you should see it easily, just like you saw with cooling chambers with those event messages. The air near NPC heats up dramatically would be move back away, and the edges of the room heat up dramatically means move in. Same thing with Monarch's skin glimmers with magical sparks. Don't cast any spells on them. Monarch skin shimmers with physical heat. Don't melee it. Monarch will also charm, so that's fun. And once he charms you, he'll give you a proc that'll really hurt us. All right. Anybody not ready?
We're pulling from Portal E, Landholder.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you.
Mobs should spawn every about 20, 30 seconds. Raid will just need to burn them down. All right, I'm going to trigger the event. Let's start killing some stuff. Need to see this in order to learn it.
Murder.
Triggering now. Good luck, everybody.
What?
Tommy, are you AFK?
I am here.
Read Dirk or read Nev's messaging officer.
I can do looter. I'm just setting everything to free grab, correct?
Or assigned to group 1, 2, and 4 and 5.
Setting to free grab and people being aware of who's supposed to loot a key and who isn't would, in theory, be the easiest one if people can follow directions and do what they're supposed to do.
There we go. Need to kill the miners. And the other mobs. Key holder here. These things hit really hard.
So I
it's
can
not
set
just
this
grabbing a
key
key.
for free grab, right?
Yep.
Just make sure
One.
the appropriate group is taking it.
Yep. 1, 2, 4, and 5.
Well, they also are locked to each type, so Monarch should grab Monarch keys.
Land is down.
Miners need to be killed.
Can we try a stun pile, maybe?
Let's see what happens.
I'm showing him as immune to stun.
Good to know.
Good.
Thank you.
We need knights to tank these.
They're not actually being tanked, weirdly.
They're going for the rock pile.
9K hitter.
Yeah, they're not showing up on our extended target either. They have no real aggro.
Tommy's down.
Get Tommy rezzed. He needs to hand out keys.
I'm down. Something just hit me for like 70,000 total.
Yeah, they do backstab, so that's fun.
Herp's down.
We have all wards put down at the moment. All wards down. All wards down.
Over half the raid's dead.
Should we banner back?
No, do not banner back.
So it's a good thing I got out when I did.
Drop aggro if you can. Get out if you can.
Oh, that's fun. They'll just chase anybody in the zone.
Mm-hmm. Get out if you can.
Looks like the miners pass over to the blue stone before they become truly active.
Correct.
Also worth noting that the keys were specific to either the monarch or the architect, so we need to be more careful about that. I don't know who looted them or if we had any mistakes, but that'll be something we need to pay attention to.
If I'm still in zone, should I just die, or can I just stay faint death?
You're welcome to stay feigned death.
Are those key holders untankable, or they just hit hard?
They hit hard.
Okay, this is really kind of cool because I'm faint dead, and they're dragging my body around.
Yeah, it's weird.
Interesting.
They just summon you to themselves all over the zone.
Go ahead and click through if you died, which most of you have. Summon your corpse in the lobby. Let's get it rezzed in the lobby. Do not banner back until called.
Yeah, one of them hit me for 20K.
True.
While we're waiting, Lizard, can I ask a couple of questions?
Please do.
How long is that wave of ads supposed to last?
5 minutes, 30 seconds.
And then that's after that. Are we done with waves of ads?
Negative. Then they continue to spawn, and we lose a bunch of people. And the name goes active.
I think it's a little longer than that, Lizard. I've got timers from Gina that Nini doesn't port up for another almost 5 minutes, and so the Monarch and the Architect don't teleport up for another 5 minutes. The last key mob spawns in 2.5 minutes. Taskmaster goes live in another 10 minutes from right now. So it was like 18 minutes till the Taskmaster goes live when you triggered the event.
That doesn't sound like what I remember.
I'll send you the Gina triggers.
And the miners didn't feel like they need to be tanked in any way. You just need to apply DPS to them.
Yes, but there's other components as well.
Yeah, just to start, just what I saw.
Hey, Lizard, you're probably a lot younger the last time you did this, so as you get older, your memory seems to go sometimes.
That is a way to look at it. It's not the correct one, but that is a way to look at it.
I think we can get Dirkland in now. Slade's gone.
Dirkland was here.
The event seems to have reset.
No, good.
You mean what's?
Yeah, what's?
Hello.
Is anyone heading out?
I think I need to. Let's connect my spot.
Thanks, Bruce.
We already had an empty spot, but okay.
Have we confirmed that the event is reset?
It has.
Excellent. Once you've been rezzed, go ahead and banner back. Let's get everybody rebuffed.
Taking.
Can you tell if the trash respawned from where you are?
I'm not seeing any.
Tommy's still trying to zone.
I don't see any trash on track. Oh, never mind. It's just a lot of dead space.
Our banners are set in 2 different locations, so let's meet up near the Architect. Everybody meet up near the Architect at the IF or the SOA banner.
I see 5 minutes as being the duration after the port up until the Taskmaster goes live. But that is after all 24 key holders have spawned.
Well, either way, whatever the timer might be, we need to be able to handle the ads first before we move on to any additional areas.
Also, on the plus side, it looks like if you die, you lose your key.
Good.
It's porting me back to the guild hall.
You're not in the DZ. We need to kick Slade and get you in the DZ.
Got it.
That's my fault, Slade. That's Slade. Wits.
No problem.
I'm zoning still. It's awfully slow for some reason. There it goes.
Please get back in the zone. Buffs are going out. You will be missing buffs if you are not here. And once you are in, we should be meeting up together where the banners are currently placed.
Lizard, I'm wondering if the placement of folks is causing problems since there's not an aggro hold kind of a situation. I wonder if it's just wiping. It was wiping through people very quickly.
Correct. I realize it sounds odd, but that was part of the plan.
Gotcha. Then mission accomplished.
Absolutely.
I have room for 2.
Good night, y'all. You'll have to kick me out of because I crashed coming back in.
Good night, Marine.
Good night,
I thought
Marine.
crashing crashed.
Night, y'all.
We both
Oh,
died.
he's logging.
You crashed into crashing? That's how you get kids.
Have 2 of those. We fixed that situation though.
So we can bring in another cleric and or bard.
I'd bring heals.
We don't have a bard in raid. I was just wondering.
I understand. I'd still bring heals.
Yeah,
And that's
the
coming from
bard
me.
wasn't what happened.
So 2 clerics?
If we could bring 6, that would be great.
I want 2 clerics per group in the raid.
Yeah. So buff should be about done. What we're going to do is now that you get an overall feel for the level of intensity of the event, we're going to break it down just a little bit more and figure out our best way to get our win.
So,
That being said, we're go ahead. What's your
I'll
question?
say, quick question for you. Is this? I feel like this is a bad spot.
What a coincidence. I was just about to give instructions.
Oh, that's weird.
So,
does anyone want to box their cleric? Go
Tommy, I
ahead.
sent you a tell, I think.
Oh, jeez.
we're going to go ahead and split up a little bit. And since we have, well, pausing just a moment to say the miners, since they don't really aggro until something goes wrong or they're left up too long, I'm thinking that our pets and abundance of dots can be used in our favor. So if we could swap either... Actually, no. We'll use group 9. Group 9, I'm going to ask that you Let me get in Shizar illusion so you can see me a little bit better. Group 9, please join Lizardman a little bit to the south. The mobs are going to be coming from basically the bottom of this ramp over here. And they're going to head over toward this blue pile of rocks here. They're going to pile up around this blue pile of rocks. I assume it's blue. My eyes don't see it that way, but this pile of rocks, they go from there to there. I want you to kill them with pets and or dots or nukes. Group 9, you are going to be on the miners. That is the only thing you're going to be focusing on. Where you choose to stand is up to you. I would advise staying away from Architect. And you should probably coordinate with your healer to be in a central location.
I didn't get a chance to, but did anyone see if Mark took the DS off?
Do I have any druids, shamans, or clerics without MGB up at the moment? Thank you.
So, group 1, 4, and 7 are going to be moving north toward the Monarch platform. Group 2, 5, 6, and 8 are going to be staying there near the Architect platform. Group 3, I'm asking you to tank minions, and anybody in range will kill the minions. Group 9, I'm asking you to kill the miners. With us breaking up, we shouldn't have more than one mob every 20-25 seconds, and hopefully by splitting our DPS this way, this is going to allow us to get those dead within that 20-second window. If not, then we will probably need to re-get the mission and use Charm to assist us in that, which might not be a bad idea anyway, but I want to see if we have any chance of beating this without using the Charm tactic, because things can go wrong when you rely on that. Especially when one of the named also does charms.
Oh.
So if you get charmed while charming, that's bad. Yes, Group 3 will be tanking the minions, and anybody possible is going to be killing the minions.
Does Group 3 need a warrior?
I'm going to say with all of that healage in there, no.
We're going to have a spot also. Melinda's dropping, so we can bring in another healer type.
It would be welcome.
It could be in.
I already sent you a tell. She's sitting right at the border.
So Group 1, 4, and 7, please be at the north side-ish where the Monarch platform is, realizing that your key holders are going to be coming from there. Group 9, you can position yourself wherever is appropriate to be picking up your miners and getting them dead. Group 2, 5, 6, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 8, you can stay near-ish the banner-ish and pick up the mobs from there. If we need to make adjustments, we absolutely can.
I'm sorry, I was in tells. Does Group 3 stand here in front of these blue boulders again? I apologize if you just said that.
No problem. The minions should be popping up right around where Lizardman currently is,
Okay,
and then
cool.
charging the raid.
Excellent, thank you.
They'll be somewhere within the scaffolding, and then they will charge the raid. Whereas the miners are going to be walking over towards the blue boulders from the first platform, and most of the raid is either going to be on the north side, killing them, or this south side right here.
I'm likely going to call wards at the start of the fight just so we can try to get as far through this as possible and learn. It should ease a little bit of the healing just because it's so erratic. I'll also probably be calling MGB heals by name.
Like many times we've had before, this is going to be a learning event. No reason to expect that things will go perfectly. If we can survive through the ads, we're going to be okay. But surviving through the ads is the first part of it. What I'm thinking, and this is just an idea at this point, because I've had success with this previously, is we will have the keys simply left on corpse, and those in that area, since we're split up into two different spots, will loot their key from their area since they are going to be going up on that platform.
You said leave them on the corpse versus free grab?
I'm thinking so because it would be rather unfortunate to have somebody loot one from the wrong one and thereby can't get up where they need to. Whereas if they're left right there, we might be able to pick them up.
I could leave them on the corpse.
That's just targeting the corpse stat.
It's an idea. We're probably not going to have to deal with that tonight, but it's worth looking at. The only way that I see it really working is either leave it on the corpse or have somebody specifically assign which mob to which player. And that's a little bit more difficult since they're all called the same NPC. It's harder in the window that way, but if we can figure out a way to do it, awesome. For now, let's focus on learning the ad portion of the event and kind of go from there. Fair?
Lizard, I have a question. Anaya's been
Go ahead.
in the group dead. Is she not coming back or?
Yeah, she got a call from her sister, and there's family drama stuff, so she will maybe be back.
Okay, I just didn't know if something happened or.
Yeah, she's good. Just thank you for asking about her, but yeah, I think it's family drama because her sister only calls her when she's butthurt. I also didn't say that out loud.
We didn't hear it.
Say what?
I was just going to say that sounds like women.
Could I ask a real quick question?
Go ahead.
Could I get the name of the box clerics and who their mains are?
Absolutely.
Nitnoy is at Kovian, correct?
Correct.
Yep. Ariona is Skyfalls.
Thank you.
And Kenora is Syncopes.
Thank you.
And Nitnoy is Itkovians.
Yes.
Got it. Thank you.
All right, let's trigger the event and see what happens. We will likely need to make adjustments from here, but let's see what we can do. North side with the Monarch. Let's move up a little bit closer to platform, please.
Get those short-term duration buffs on all your tanks. Pets will be helpful too.
Event could be starting at any time.
Group 9 should be down south.
Here we go.
All wards down, please. All wards down.
We're leaving these on corpse, right?
For now, yeah.
Heals to Gerb.
Pummel down.
Off tanks are getting no heals.
Dora, give me an MGB.
Neither me.
Nitnoy, give me an MGB. Rallis, MGB.
We need resist totems down. These things are resistant a lot. To include getting Mallow to land.
Concho will put down a resist totem.
Thank you. Lizard, the whole bottom section's wiping.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
Group 9 can't keep up on the minions by themselves. And the other groups are distracted trying to help them and not getting
Yeah,
team
we'll go
masters.
over all of the details in just a little bit.
We've got an extra key holder at 3.
All right, looks like most everybody's wiping, so get out if you can, or click through if you have died. Click through if you have died. We can go ahead and summon corpses to the lobby. We will discuss details in a moment. Go ahead and summon Corpse to the lobby. Let's get him rezzed up and hold in the guild hall until it resets. Once you've been rezzed, go ahead and meet up in the guild hall. We'll be bannering back in just a little bit. In the meantime, some questions. For group 9, how many were appearing at once?
Started off with 1, and then we started getting 2 and 3.
You got 2 and 3 spawning at a time?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, that's what we need to know. As for the whatchamacallit, the minions, we only got 1 of those spawning at a time. Yes.
We had. I don't even know. I was just trying to heal, and they just all went down as quick as I could start healing. They started.
So you
dropping.
don't know? Okay. Who does know? Anybody? Did anybody see how many were spawning at a time?
I think it was 1 at a time.
It's supposed to be 1 at a time, but if it's changed or something's different, that's what we need to find out.
I don't think we were killing them fast enough so we'd have 2 at one time.
I agree.
Are you talking about the miners?
Negative. Minions. Okay. As for the key holders, I can confirm on the north side, they were spawning 1 at a time, approximately every 30 seconds apart. I'm assuming that the key holders on the south side were spawning 1 at a time, about every 30 seconds apart as well, yes?
Confirm.
Good. So now that we have our base information, we can plan from there. I can say that on the north side, we were pretty well, we were doing well. And then I distanced myself to see what's going to happen. And we were at the bare minimum at then to have any hope of success. So we really genuinely needed all of the tankage and healage that we had over there to be successful on north. This is absolutely a DPS fight.
South was more reactionary heals, and they needed to be more proactive heals.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah, it's gonna be really confusing because we've got 3 different groups in 3 different spots, and 2 of them definitely need tanks. Does group 9 down at the bottom need tanks? No, right? On the miner.
If things go well, that's correct. No, they won't. So there is one other way that I've done this event. I'd like to try one more time just to try one strategy, which is a really odd one. But it is a cheese strat that I have used one time previously, and it worked like a freaking charm, but these things rarely work as intended between one guild to another. So I'd like to try one other thing before we make any decisions therein. Since we know now for certain how many in current era, who has what where. The event should have reset by now. So we should be able to, I'm about to prove that, we should be able to zone back in and rebuff at the banners. Then we're going to try out the cheese strat. Yep, I didn't wipe, so it's safe to banner back in. Let's banner back in, do the rebuffs. And we're going to try this fun little cheese strat that we've done previously. It's an interesting one.
Are we doing tank lineups for each group?
We did previously. This time, no. This time we are going to try to do something silly. More specifically, and I'll go over the fine details of it, we are going to literally, we're going to have most of our range DPS be up on a rock, burning down the miners, while we kite the key holders and minions and pull them in one by one. Because you can literally kite them across the zone.
Can I ask a quick question, Lizard?
Please.
Will you continue to have your Necros and other dotting classes be on the miners?
Oh, yeah.
I would recommend, and again, I am not as skilled in a Necro, but I do know that you have short duration high DPS versus long duration lower DPS, and I would highly recommend going with those short duration bursts just to get them down as quickly as possible. Same for druids, if any of the druids, although druids at this point should be blast healing as best you can and group healing.
Yet, if you have not yet zoned in, please do so if you're going to be joining us for this next round. Buffs should be going out soon. On this next run, I'll go over details of positioning. The majority of raid is going to be in another location. We're going to have some dedicated people pulling in mobs and pulling them away. Since the mobs do not summon at 100%, and the key holders don't, generally speaking, cast much, we should be able to put our high DPS casters way up high on a hill and have them burn down the miners as they're spawning, so we don't have to deal with them turning into the big bad stuff.
Do you know the snare ability of any of the mobs?
I don't, but that's an excellent question.
I noticed that I tried to punt one and it did punt, but it didn't stay rooted.
That's good to know.
I have room for looks like 3.
From what I recall, we, in a previous life, literally just ran them around in a large circle and just brought in the key mobs and just kept pulling in the minions until we were absolutely overran with them. And just literally pulled in the key holders. I killed them one by one, all as a raid. Just kept bringing in, while we had some high DPS burning down the miners before they even got to the rocks or just at the rocks. And eventually, the two named went active. We sent up a tank group with each to simply occupy them while the rest of the raid burnt down the Taskmaster. And everything else just got kited.
Do the miners attack back when they're mining?
What was your question?
Do the miners attack back when they're mining?
They attack back if they are left up too long. They turn into unkillable super rage holy crap mobs.
Could you AU them down while they're mining?
Maybe, but the longer they are left mining, the more likely they are to have a spell reflect. I know it's only 3,500-ish damage, but that adds up. I'm thinking group
Got room for 2.
8 and 9 would be a good way to go for killing the miners. Group 8 and 9. Knowing what you know about what I said, any agreement or disagreement therein?
Yeah, mana flare it and high DPS, quick fast casting nukes and dots.
That's what I'm thinking. Can we get an MGB DMF, please? Thank you.
I don't think Lev works here.
Ah, poop.
It does not.
I was hoping it would. All right, never mind.
Thurklin and Nitnoid, do you guys want reses?
No, thank you. I'm fully buffed. I'll get a res later.
Same. I have a res up. I'll use it
Okay.
later.
Got room for 1.
Okay, from the banners, if you were to look south and look up on the rock, you should see a very snake-like lizard man up here on this rock. I would like to see group 8 and 9 attempt to get up here, if possible. My thought is, if you were up here, hopefully any minion or key holder will not aggro you right away. You'll be out of its immediate aggro. And good to know, mistress. So again, the idea for group 8 and 9 is to stay up here, attempt to burn down the miners as they're going, and not get aggro of other things. If you do get aggro of other things, that's going to suck for you, but I think this is going to be an okay spot. We might need to find you a different one, though. All right? Give me just a moment.
There's no Call of the Hero in here.
Good to know.
I didn't give you my number anyway.
But it just sucks. I gotta move Ash instead of just coughing him where he needs to be.
So, looking to the north of the banners, you should see a very snake-like lizard man dancing around. I'm going to ask the rest of the raid, not group 8 and 9, but the rest of the raid to please follow me. We're going to go around this little fence, and we're going to go down towards the lava. I'm thinking that if we stay-ish down here-ish, in this general-ish area-ish, we should allow the mobs to be kited above or brought down here to be pulled in and killed. Keeping a mob down here at all times would probably be a good course of action, especially if it is a key holder mob. I'm going to move around just a little bit to make sure I got a good path. For a kiter, since the mobs are going to be coming from this platform here, looking for a good kite path to pull them. If I can get a couple of experienced kiters up here, that might be beneficial to figuring this out. I'm thinking that if we pull it directly north, we can kind of loop around these rocks over here. Just kind of do a loop or two around the rocks. That way we can pick up any from the south, we can pick up any from the north, or any from the minions. Any thoughts from our kiters? Since one is going to spawn here at the minion area.
Well, it looks like you left some mobs up east of Teleport E. You might want to grab those.
Okay, we can definitely do that.
Also, I'm gonna assume that these are gonna summon, so having the rangers kite them probably isn't gonna work very well with their dots.
Yes, they will summon when low health, so having our Shadow Knights kite them would be ideal. Good call. But I'm thinking if we pull them, since we're pulling for those two from that location and one from this location, we can kite it around around this general area and then just pull them in as need be. Realizing that we can just bring them down to the raid from either spot.
They are snareable and rootable.
Well, that's good to know.
At least these random ads in the zone.
Yeah,
the random mob.
By the way, can confirm that groups 8 and 9 are at the proper location.
Thank you. So, for our Shadow Knights, do you see a better location to kite other than bringing them north? I welcome your input if you see a better spot.
Depends how large of a loop you want kited.
I want them to not kill you.
I personally would probably be kiting around D and E, but I like long range kites, so.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, those rocks north of E.
I mean, please don't take this the wrong way, people, but the Shadow Knights, if you're going to be the ones kiting, you guys need to step up and figure out where you want to kite. Talk to each other, talk in Discord, and figure it out.
Yeah, I can
Sitting here
propose
kinda
kiting
looking at
paths
it,
all
Chad.
day long, but
I figure I'm only backing up the kites of the pally, but I mean that spot looks fine to me.
Go ahead, somebody was talking.
The problem I'm seeing, if we're pulling mobs from the architect spawn and then all the way up north to run around the rocks, we're gonna miss something.
Tentatively.
if we one kite's here around the architect pedestal, I mean, you can run all the way around the pedestal and just keep picking up mobs here. Now the ones down to the north, yeah, we could run those around the rocks, and you'll still come around and still be able to see the mobs as they pop.
So, like each pedestal would have its own kiter that just kited around that pedestal.
Well, for the architect, that's where I see it. I mean, because if you pick up the mob and then you run it all the way up to the north to run around the rocks, unless somebody's coming, you're flip flopping. Somebody has to be down here to pick up the mobs from the architect if we're going to run them up to the north.
That's fair. Do keep in mind, though, that we are bringing in mobs continuously to the raid. So you shouldn't have too terribly many until the end. When you get like 15, 20 minutes into it, yeah, you're going to have a whole train.
Well, it's kind of where I'm looking at, because, I mean, the longer it goes on, yeah, the first initial couple pulls, I think we'll be fine. But as the event wears on, being able to keep everything picked up so we don't bring it it doesn't follow to the raid.
Could we do half and half? Could we have one, or could we have a couple people kiting the monarchs spawns and then the whole rest of the raid staying at architect to kill the architect spawns?
Now that's an interesting idea.
That's a great idea.
We can have, yeah, we can go ahead and wait. You say have the raid at monarch or architect?
I'd say at monarch that one was a lot less mobs.
Yeah.
But if you have the whole power here at the architect, you can kill the miners plus
Yeah,
one
we
key
could.
holder he drops.
It'd be much
Did we
easier.
not try that the first time and we pretty much got wiped out?
No, because we were pulling mobs from the north down into the architect.
It was not very smooth the first time, but we were also just barely learning the event. If we have somebody up or a couple people up at Monarch kiting those, keeping those distracted so we don't have to deal with that, we have the rest of the raid here focusing. That gives us a primary tank for healing and a primary assist for killing, with groups 8 and 9 focusing just on the miners that are spawning.
True.
It's
Also, just to add,
hopefully a little smoother.
yeah, I would also add that Bare Feet and Kit can also heal the tanks from this distance near, if you set it up near Architect. I'd also be curious or concerned if the casters are casting on the miners, if the ones that spawn will assist them and end up training up the hill here.
Yeah, we'll have to be watching for that, and we might have to jump down if it becomes an issue.
So if you're going to set up at a pedestal, I would recommend setting up an Architect pedestal and kiting Monarch.
It's probably going to be everybody's last attempt. We're only 20 minutes till the end of raid time.
Mm-hmm. All right. New plan. Shadow Knights. And let me stop just a moment.
Should we rearrange groups too, based on that?
Yeah, let's move. Let's swap Scave for one of the paladins out of group 2 to 3. And let's put Q in for one of the paladins 2 to 3. Or 3 to 5. I'll go over that in just a moment. Oh, where? Yes.
If you're kiting the monarch side anyways, I mean you've got this whole set of rocks to the northwest that you can just literally run around.
Incoming mobs, incoming mobs. Kill him. No, it was you. You ran right into him. Kill these mobs, please. But yeah, I kind of like that path. We're going to do it slightly different. And yes, this will be everybody's final run tonight on this. If we're going to kite this area, I like that path. What I'm thinking is if the 3 of you Shadow Knights are simply bringing in the key mobs from Monarch and keeping them off the raid, keep the Monarch mobs away, you should be able to kite them over here and have free reign, and they'll never reach the raid. Nope, you go nowhere near the raid. Because the mobs are going to be coming from Monarch, not Architect. Yep, so if you keep them far away from us, we're good. Hell, I'm half tempted to say use old TSS strat of move the mobs to the entrance and COH, but COH doesn't work here. So essentially, our 3 Shadow Knights are going to be pulling the mobs from Monarch. That's about every 30 seconds. Pull them away and kite them away. Do not allow them to go anywhere near the raid at any point. Fair? Excellent. While the rest of the raid is going to be, raid, please move back to the banners. Raid, move back to the banners. Group 8 and 9, stay there. Group 8 and 9, stay there. 8 and 9, your plan stays the same. Shadow Knights are probably not going to need a bard. Thoughts?
I don't think they run that fast.
I don't think they do either. So we will put out a tank list for basically tanking these trash mobs, and we will worry about the trash mobs for now.
Could always start them off with a 5-minute CLOS so they at least have 5 minutes of bard speed. Just throw Ash or Elfin in to give them that boost to start with.
Oops. Hold on.
When are we starting?
Welcome back, Tommy.
I was moving people around, but
We good. Please move to the banner if you have not yet done so. Group 8 and 9, stay on the wall. Group 8 and 9, you are going to kill the miners. Volk and Gerp. Volkert is going to be the first on the key mobs. Gerp is going to be first on the minions. We will back them up from there. We are only going to handle the mobs that spawn on this pedestal and the mobs that spawn at this scaffolding. One or the other. We're not going to mess with any miners. Only 8 and 9 are going to mess with miners. We are going to handle just the key mobs that spawn on this pedestal and just the minions that spawn at the scaffolding. In the meantime, our Shadow Knights are going to handle the key mobs from the other spots, and that'll be that. Questions?
Are the SKs going to need totems? Do you want to put a totem up on top of the scaffold for 8 and 9? Do you want to put a totem here? And do you want to put a totem down at the other place?
Having a totem in this general-ish area, like where you see Lizardman right now, would probably cover just about anything spawning from either of the 2 scaffoldings. Definitely from the miners, so that works. It would probably be beneficial to have a totem in this area as well. I don't think the Shadow Knights are going to need other than that.
No, because our terror spells are unresistible.
Correct. Good. So, because I'm seeing questions, I'll say it again. Group 8 and 9 are the only ones working on the miners. Nobody else is messing with a miner at any point at all. The majority of the Shadow Knights are going to kite the key holders from Monarch. That's all the Shadow Knights are going to be doing. The majority of raid is staying at the banners, and they're going to kill minions and key mobs that spawn here. Any additional questions?
At the time, there's only the tank groups are going up to the portals.
We are not even going to look at those. We're not even going to focus on that at all.
We got to survive about 10 minutes before that even becomes an issue.
Exactly. We're not going to focus on that in the least. Let's see if we can do this part. All right, I'm going to start triggering the event.
Okay.
Places, everybody.
Drake and King, get up by the Shadow Knights.
Shadow Knights
Oh,
get together
he's
from
there.
Park's feet. You guys ready? I'm moving Ash out. Let me know when.
Yeah, he's good.
First trigger done. Second trigger done. Going to third. Third trigger complete. Be ready. Wrong hotkey.
What if you only hit one trigger?
All wards down. All wards down now. Miners are up.
Only group 8 and 9 should be messing with miners. Kill the kite to the key holder for the Shadow Knights. Group 8 and 9 should be killing that miner. A little concerned at their DPS. Key holder. Volk needs heals. Dirk needs heals. Minion. Kill the key holder, then the minion.
Kerp is down.
Keep Volkert alive. Lizardman has a minion.
Minions immune to stun.
Let's see what happens when we try to root a minion. Help Volkert keep alive.
Immune to run speed changes.
Thank you.
Do we have a minion up right now?
I don't see one.
Yep, it's headed to the eggs. I mean,
I
minor.
don't see
It's a minor.
any minion. Focus on the mobs. Pulling in a minion. Help me kill it.
He resisted my root.
Thank you.
I don't like that
Resisted
part where I
mine.
got ported.
You get ported up to a portal, didn't you?
I did.
Okay. Heal Volkert. Let's see if we can drag Dirklin over.
I can just banner back.
Yeah, that's fine. Group 8 and 9, talk to me. What are you seeing? You good? No?
We're fine.
Fire resists are still high. Cold's landing fine. Magic's give or take.
How long are they staying at the rocks?
Not long at all.
A couple seconds at this point. We've got it down
I'm
now.
leaning over to help you guys once in a while.
Pulling in a minion.
We are only getting architect keys, though.
I understand. Warriors, I am using Final Stand on these, and my hit points are still spiking. I would advise doing the same on any mob you tank here.
Necros, since you use different spells than I do, what are your resists like?
It's not taking fire.
Can we get an enchanter to charm that white con lava method? Is that possible? Pulling a minion. Please help me kill it.
It ran off.
Happy I'm going to need a promise tale, bud.
A key holder too.
Kill the key holder.
Charm to the white con. What do you want to fight with it?
Everything. Anything that's in raid. Help on the minions, help on the keys. How long is your charm?
6 minutes.
Thank you. Did you use dire?
Yes, it's too high to charm otherwise.
Thank you.
Bare feet, give me an MGB. Kunora, give me an MGB.
So, who was that saying they wanted a promise to?
Quave.
Gotta get close enough.
He's kiting. You have to go to him.
Let's kill these mobs.
I think
Lizard Man is dead.
We got all the key holders.
We're
coming
getting
from north.
trained.
Thank you.
Land is down.
Can confirm we did get trained.
Ooh, now we got
Get
4
out if
miners
you,
up all of a
Get
sudden.
out if you can. Get out if you can. Everybody in the instance, get out if you can.
Sorry, my group. That's not what I meant to hit.
Okay, I'll see if I can get my port to bind off.
Yeah, we'll do the same.
So, let's go ahead and summon our corpses to the lobby. Let's get everybody rezzed up. I would like to see buffs go out before we go ahead and break for the evening, but we'll also discuss some things that we've seen.
Then after reses, let's stay in the guild lobby so both guilds can get it.
Again, we are summoning corpses. We are rezzing in the guild lobby. And then we're going to meet up towards the... let's all meet up on the west side of the lobby for rebuffs. So what we saw on that first run, we saw overall was just to get some sort of familiarity with what happens. And the second run, in addition, what happens if we were to split up and handle each task individually. Both of those situations did not work out in our favor, but we did get some information. This last run was, though, the most beneficial to us because not only did we prove that the minions only spawn one at a time when things go well, people will get occasionally ported to a portal, especially if you were tanking. You might get ported to a portal. Kiting is indeed possible.
They need a bard.
Overall, things really did go okay. We might need to make some additions to our kiting strategy. But the intent for using this strategy and not focusing on other things is it technically, from what I understand, the event doesn't reset once the mobs go up if you don't aggro them. It simply powers up one category of mobs for each one that's not aggroed. So if we can find out which one allows the miners to be the only ones powered up, we can literally kite everything else, collect the keys we might need, burn down the named, and have our win. I'm not certain that that's going to work, but not only will that allow us to have additional information about it, get more familiar with it, but will allow us to work a strategy to completion, which generally speaking gets us what we need.
Speaking for groups 8 and 9, fire is nearly impossible. You cannot use fire on them. They just would barely take. Cold seemed to work. I'm not sure if magic took.
Magic was working.
Good to know. What is Torrid Sands? I saw somebody link that earlier.
Torrid Sands is fire based. It seemed to be resisting to me. It can't
Yeah,
be
I didn't have-
reflected, but it can be resisted.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
linked
have
it
good
up
luck
Good to
because
know.
it was marked as non-reflectable.
Did we get a result from poison and disease? Thank you, Drum.
Poison it took.
Good to know. This is so. What I'm hearing from Group 8 and 9 is that strategy for handling the miners is effective to the best of our knowledge, correct?
Yeah. So the other thing is, it took us a little bit to get it sorted out and get the DPS rolling smoothly. But once it was, we were killing the miners with plenty of time before the next one spawned, right up until the very end when the raid got trained. And I don't know if it's related to the raid getting trained or not, but 4 miners spawned and ran out at the end.
Yeah. The number of miners and the number of key holders in camp there is a correlation there.
Also to note, for every nuke that was landing, the nuker took a 3k hit.
Mm-hmm. But I didn't see some of the like chaining effects that I used to get when I none of my procs caused that, which made me happy. I was worried that that might be a case.
Interesting. Was that also for our necros? Was that also happening with your dots? Because I know they have an initial damage component.
Yes.
Okay.
Was the last tick taken?
Yep.
Yeah, 3k damage shield is rough, but not terrible for me.
Okay. Just for
Okay.
the other necros, just to check, I noticed that every time a miner spawned, I was getting hit with like an AE. I moved all the way to the right, and I went out of range of that AE.
Interesting.
I would also suggest an assist or marker maybe for group 8 and 9 just to light things up so we've all got a target because those miners don't pop up on extended.
Agreed.
Good call.
Yeah, the angle we were at, it was a little hard to target them until they started moving. It was doable. It was just slightly
we
more
were still
annoying to
getting them.
target beforehand.
But if we can arrange an assist, I also would suggest that really for like the 2 DPS groups to have their own assists.
I think that's a good idea, and we can always change the positioning on that. But that's a strategy that a group of, I think it was 24, 25 of us did at level 90.
I think that was a good position
Out of
for
Hera.
casters. It gave us a good angle. We could see what was going on, and for a caster, that's beautiful to be able to see the battlefield.
Good deal. All right. Any additional comments or things to offer, constructive wise?
How many?
If we go ahead.
What was the average HP on those mobs?
Which ones?
Any of them, either the miners or the key whatever guys, or any of the ads that we were handling. What would you say the HPs, total HPs, was per mob? The reason I ask is it seemed like they hit hard, but it didn't seem like it took that much to take them down.
Less
So
than
I
a quarter of a million, I think, or around a quarter of a million for the miners.
So I was just curious about the if it was feasible to do a PBAOE or something like that.
They're not that low.
I think the miners might be that low. The key holders were up around 1 million is what it looks like from the parse. Admittedly, the parse is really messy. So
Yeah.
when there's that many of the same name, it starts to get really messy figuring out where the damage was going.
I didn't see, where were the key holders spawning? Can we?
On the platforms.
On the
On the
platform
platforms?
next to the name.
Would it be difficult to switch the kiters to those minions rather than the key holders? Because the minions don't really need to die, but the key holders assuredly do.
I don't know if the minions were always spawning in the same place or not.
I wasn't
Minions
watching.
were spawning in exactly the same location every time, one at a time.
So that would be an option as well. Pull in the key holders from both locations and just kite all the minions.
And we could do that, and we could even, I know this is a messy thing to do, but we could actually move the raid one location to the other because they spawn about 30 seconds apart. We can move the raid to one and burn it down and move the raid to the other and burn it down. Or we can pull in.
I would put the raid between the two platforms and just have pull them in.
That could work.
If group 8 and 9 are up on the hill killing the miners, they're not going to get aggro on anything. It appears so far. I didn't have any issues with that. So
It looked like the key holders were going towards 8 and 9 when they first spawned. So, but looks like every time we were able to get it intercepted. I can't say they were because I didn't target them right away, but it looked like they were generally going in that direction when they moved.
Maybe have the Shadow Knights on kite and the Paladins pulling in key holders. Like that way you can send a Paladin on each platform, have them tab or tag something, pull it in. Because it's only one every minute, right? On each. Like back and forth, 30 seconds.
I'm not actually sure, Barefeet. I wasn't watching the timer that closely. But I do think that we obviously did much better on that last attempt than the previous two.
Right.
It felt like we got through most of Architect's key holders, to be honest.
I agree. I think we were getting pretty close. I think that worked out pretty well. I was really pleased to see that. So good job to everybody on that one. I'm looking forward to seeing you all on Thursday for some more murdering.
Real quick, Lizard, before we say goodnight to everybody, we did create the House of Thule channel on the Immortal Feud Discord. We did set that to viewable by everybody. Shadows of Agnar, you guys should be able to see that. If any of you can't, let one of the officers know. You probably don't have the correct role in Discord. It's got some posts in there for House of Thule that's coming out in about 2 weeks. It is time to start preparing for that. Make sure that your XP is up to 99% so you can get ready to level up. If you have the opportunity to bank rewards from missions so that you can get some XP just from claiming rewards or overseers, that would also help for leveling. Obviously, everybody's goal when the expansion drops is going to be to get to level 90 as soon as possible. It's going to make everything much easier. Also, the DKP awarded per tick is going to be going up with House of Thule. I think It's 5 a tick. I need to confirm. Okay, 5 a tick. The first and last tick of the night will be half that, 2.5 DKP for those 2 ticks. And if anybody is interested in doing a main change at the beginning of the expansion, so for Shadows of Agnar, historically speaking, we've only allowed main changes or box changes at the beginning of expansions. So if you want a main change for Immortal Few, if any of you need to or want to change your raid boxes, make sure that you get on the Discord channel and do that. Submit the request. Obviously, we need bards. I don't know if there's any other classes we really need, but we need bards.